You've got to know what you're chasing. You've got to see it so clearly in your mind that it feels real, even before you've got it in your hands. That's what makes you get up in the morning, when the alarm goes off at 5 a.m., when your body is begging you to hit the snooze button. That's what makes you keep grinding, even when everyone else has given up. It's that vision of who you want to become, of where you want to go. It's that dream that's bigger than the struggle, bigger than the pain, bigger than the fear. And listen, vision alone isn't enough. You need purpose, because vision is where you're going, but purpose is why you're going there. It's what gives your journey meaning. It's what makes every sacrifice worth it. Purpose is what makes you keep fighting when the odds are stacked against you. When the critics are loud, when the doubts are even louder, purpose is that voice inside that says, keep going. There's a reason you started this. There's a reason you're putting in this work. When you have a purpose, you're not just working for a paycheck or a title or a trophy. You're working for something bigger than yourself. You're working for that moment when you can look back and say, I did it. I made it through. I turned my vision into reality. And that's why it's so powerful. Because when you know your purpose, when you understand why you're on this journey, it doesn't matter how many roadblocks show up. It doesn't matter how many times you hear no. It doesn't matter how many times you have to start over. You keep moving forward, one step at a time. People without vision, they get lost in the struggle. They see the obstacles and they stop. They see the storms and they turn back. But when you have vision and purpose, those same storms become part of the journey. They become part of the story. You start to understand that every setback, every closed door is pushing you closer to that vision you've been holding on to. You start to realize that the hard days are shaping you, preparing you for what's coming. So don't let go of that vision. Don't forget your purpose. Write it down, keep it close, and remind yourself every day why you're doing this. Because when the nights are long, when the road is lonely, when the challenges seem too big, it's that vision and that purpose that will keep you moving forward. They'll keep you focused, keep you strong, and keep you believing when it feels like nobody else does. And when you finally reach that vision, when you finally step into that purpose, you'll know that every ounce of effort, every tear, every moment of doubt was worth it. Because you didn't just stumble upon success, you built it. You fought for it. And you never lost sight of where you were headed or why you were going there. That's what makes the victory taste so sweet. That's what makes you say, yeah, I earned this. I'm here because I never stopped believing in my vision and my purpose. Facing fears, that's where the real test begins. You see, everybody has dreams, everybody has goals, but not everyone is willing to face what's standing between them and their greatness. Fear, it's always there lurking in the shadows, trying to tell you what you can't do, what you shouldn't even try. But here's the truth: if you want to reach the top, if you want to see what you're truly capable of, you've got to look fear in the eye and step right through it. Fear is like a wall that tries to keep you in your comfort zone, tries to keep you playing small. But you've got to realize something: everything you want, everything you're dreaming of is on the other side of that wall. And no, it's not easy to break through it. It takes courage. It takes guts. It takes that moment where you say to yourself, I'm scared, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to take that step. I'm going to move forward, even when my legs are shaking. Fear wants you to stay where you are. It wants you to stay comfortable, stay safe, stay hidden. But nothing great ever comes from comfort zones. Comfort doesn't build champions, doesn't build leaders, doesn't build winners. Stepping into the unknown, stepping into what scares you, that's where you find out who you really are. That's where you discover strength you didn't even know you had. And once you push past that fear, once you take that first step, you realize that it doesn't have as much power over you as you thought it did. See, the thing about fear is, it's just a feeling. It's not reality. It's not the final word on your potential. It's just a voice trying to hold you back. But when you face it, when you challenge it, you start to see that it's really nothing more than a mirage. It's there to test you, to see how bad you want what you're chasing. And when you step through that fear, when you confront it, you send a message not just to the world, but to yourself that you're not going to be controlled by what scares you. I'm not saying it's easy. Fear doesn't just go away. It's there when you take that first step. It's there when you try something new. It's there when you go after something bigger than you've ever gone after before. But the difference between those who win and those who don't, the winners don't run from it. They use it. They turn that fear into fuel. They let it remind them that what they're doing is important. They let it remind them that they're alive, that they're pushing boundaries, that they're stepping into a new level. When you face your fears, you grow, you get stronger, you get bolder. You start to realize that if you can face this, if you can conquer what you're afraid of, there's nothing that can hold you back. You start to believe in yourself more, you start to take bigger risks, you start to reach higher. And pretty soon you look back and realize that the things that used to scare you, the things that used to make you hesitate, they don't even faze you anymore. So don't let fear be the thing that keeps you from your destiny. Don't let it stop you from taking that chance, making that move, chasing that dream. Face it, fight through it, and watch how everything changes. Because on the other side of fear is freedom. It's where you become unstoppable, where you find out just how far you can go. And once you break through, once you face those fears and keep moving, you'll never let them hold you back again. That's where true power lies. That's where real success begins. Overcoming doubt, that's the real battle. Doubt is sneaky, it's quiet, it creeps up on you when you least expect it. It's that little voice in the back of your mind whispering, are you sure you're good enough? Are you sure you can make it? It shows up when the pressure is on, when the path gets tough, when you're putting in all that effort and the results aren't showing up yet. But listen, if you let doubt run your life, if you let it make your decisions, you'll never get out of first gear. You'll never see what you're truly capable of. See, doubt is like a shadow. It's only there when you turn away from the light. But if you turn around and face it, if you decide that doubt doesn't get the final say, then you take back your power. Doubt will always be there trying to make you second guess yourself, trying to make you think that maybe you don't have what it takes. But it's not about silencing that voice, it's about answering it. It's about saying, yeah, I hear you, but I'm moving forward anyway. I'm not going to let you hold me back. It's easy to believe in yourself when everything is going right, when people are cheering you on, when the sun is shining and the road is clear. But can you believe when the sky is dark? Can you keep pushing when all you hear is the sound of your own footsteps and doubt, trying to drown them out? That's when you find out what you're about. When you're focused, you start to realize that time is your most valuable asset. You don't waste it on things that aren't helping you grow, on people who don't support your vision, on situations that don't serve your purpose. You learn to protect your time, to protect your energy, because you know that every moment spent off track is a moment you could be using to build something great. And that's the mindset that winners have. That's the mindset that takes you from good to unstoppable. And when you stay focused, when you stay locked in on your goal, that's when you start to see the progress. That's when you start to see the results that others only dream about. Because you're not just moving, you're moving with intention, with direction, with purpose. You're not just grinding, you're grinding towards something that matters. You're building a life, a future, a legacy. So don't let the distractions win. Don't let the setbacks, the noise, the chaos pull you away from your mission. Keep your head down, keep your focus sharp, and keep pushing forward. Because when you stay focused, you become a force that can't be stopped. And when the world finally sees what you've built, they'll call it success. But you'll know it all started with the decision to stay focused, to keep your eyes on the prize, no matter what came your way. Embracing the journey, that's where the magic happens. In a world obsessed with outcomes and results, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. We get so focused on the finish line, on the trophies and accolades, that we forget the most important part, the journey itself. This isn't just a race to the end, it's about every step you take, every lesson you learn along the way. It's about growing, evolving, and becoming who you're meant to be. You see, every setback, every challenge, every moment of doubt, they're not roadblocks, they're stepping stones. They're opportunities for growth, chances to learn something new about yourself, about your strength, about your determination. When you embrace the journey, you start to see that each obstacle is just another chapter in your story. It's all part of the process. And without those challenges, you wouldn't be who you are today. So don't rush it. Don't wish it away. Enjoy the ride. Celebrate the small victories, those little moments that might seem insignificant at the time, but they're building you up, shaping you into something greater. Whether it's mastering a new skill, meeting a new friend, or simply pushing through a tough day, those moments are what make the journey worthwhile. They're the memories that will stay with you long after the trophies have gathered dust. And yes, it's going to be tough. There will be days when it feels like you're putting in all this effort for nothing. There will be days when you question whether you're on the right path, whether you should keep going or throw in the towel. But when you embrace the journey, you learn to trust the process. You understand that the destination is just a point on the map, but the journey, that's where the real richness of life lies. It's where you find your passion, your drive, your purpose. You've got to remind yourself that it's not just about reaching the top, it's about who you become along the way. Every late night, every early morning, every struggle, it's forging you into something stronger. It's teaching you resilience, patience, and grit. It's giving you stories to tell, lessons to share, wisdom to pass on. And that's invaluable. And remember, success looks different for everyone. Your journey is unique, shaped by your experiences, your choices, your dreams. So don't compare your path to anyone else's. Focus on your own growth, your own progress. Embrace the ups and downs because they're all part of the process. They're all leading you to where you need to be. When you finally reach that destination, when you look back at the journey you've taken, you'll realize that every struggle, every challenge was worth it. You'll see how far you've come, how much you've grown, and how each moment has contributed to your success. And that's the beauty of embracing the journey. It's not just about the end goal. It's about appreciating every single step you took to get there. So keep moving forward, keep embracing the journey, and don't forget to enjoy it. Because when you look back, you won't just see the finish line, you'll see a life lived fully, a life filled with experiences, lessons, and memories that shape who you are. And that, my friend, is the true definition of success. Surrounding yourself with the right people is one of the most crucial decisions you'll ever make on your journey to success. Think about it, who you spend your time with can either lift you up or drag you down. It's not just about having friends, it's about building a circle of support, a tribe that pushes you to be better, to do better. Because let me tell you something, you can't do it alone. None of us can. We are social creatures, and the company we keep shapes our mindset, our beliefs, and our potential. When you surround yourself with those who share your vision, who believe in your dreams, it ignites a fire inside you. You start to feel empowered. You start to believe that anything is possible because you're in an environment where possibilities are celebrated, where growth is encouraged. These are the people who will challenge you to step outside your comfort zone, who will remind you that you're capable of more than you think. They'll inspire you to keep going when the going gets tough and remind you of your worth when doubt tries to creep in. But be mindful, my friends. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table. You've got to be discerning. There are people out there who will drain your energy, who will fill your head with negativity, who will try to convince you to play it safe and settle for less than what you're capable of. You've got to distance yourself from that energy, from those who don't share your vision or support your journey. You need to surround yourself with those who uplift you, who challenge you, and who see the greatness within you before you even do.